This is a modified version of brief exercise 6.2 in the text. We're going to use Excel's table and graphing functions to prepare a cost, volume, profit graph. We're told that Carlick Enterprises distributes a single product whose selling price is $24 and whose variable expense is $18 per unit. The company's monthly fixed expense is $24,000. We're asked to prepare a cost, volume, profit graph for the company up to a sales level of 8,000 units and to estimate the company's break-even point in sales using our cost, volume, profit graph. Let's begin by calculating our contribution margin per unit, which is simply our $24 per unit selling price minus our $18 in variable expenses. Be sure to use an Excel formula for all of our calculations, and we can do that simply equals F6 minus F7. Let's next move up to our sales revenue. Sales revenue at 2,000 units will be $48,000, which we can use with our Excel formula by multiplying cell F4 by cell G4. Our variable expenses will be $36,000. This is our expense per unit of $18 times 2,000 units. Again, be sure to use an Excel formula in your calculations. Next, our contribution margin will be $12,000. This is our sales revenues of $48,000 minus our variable expenses of $36,000. And again, we'll want to use an Excel formula, which is equal D4 minus cell D5. Next, we're going to subtract our fixed expenses, which were $24,000, and we end up with a loss of $12,000. Once we've built our contribution margin income statement, we're going to now build our data table. To start with in our data table, at the top of our data table, we want to have a link to cell D8. That is our net income or loss. Next, we're going to use Excel's data table functions to create a data table. To create our data table, we've got steps highlighted down below, but to do it, we're going to highlight the cells F11 through G22. Then we're going to go up to our File menu, Data, What If Analysis, and then we're going to select Data Table. Our table is set up in the form of columns, and we're going to want to put these column inputs into cell G4 because that's where our units are linked to. Once we do that, we have our net income for various levels of sales, and we can see that our break-even point would come at 4,000 units, and we can confirm that if we change cell G4 to 4,000 units, and we can see we would have a net operating income of 0, which is our break-even point. To build our cost, volume, profit graph, highlight the cells that include your net operating incomes. That would be cells G12 through G22. Then we're going to go up to our menu, Insert a line graph, and we're just going to pick a two-dimensional line graph. Notice we don't have our unit sales on the horizontal axis. To add those, we can right-click anywhere on our chart, pick Select Data. For the horizontal or axis labels, edit, and we're going to add our range of cells F22 through F13. We can hit OK, and now we've got our axis. Actually, that range was cells F12 through F22. We want to make sure we include the 0. Now we have our chart, and we can see the break-even point occurs right here at 4,000 units. If we want to change our chart up some more, we can go up to our chart design, our layout. We can add a chart title centered over. This was our CV cost, volume, profit analysis. If we want, we can delete the legend. We can again go up to Layout, Axis, Horizontal Axis, Title below. This can be Units. Go to our Layout, or just hit Enter. Again, click on the chart, go up to Layout, Axes, Primary Vertical, let's rotate it. This is our net operating income. And there we have it. If you want to format the axes some, you can right click on those. You can format the axes, change some of the grid lines, but you can play around with some of the functions in terms of improving the looks of your Excel chart.